Hello, thank you for watching this video. I'm excited to be able to share a little bit about Premier, and I just want you to just be open. A lot of times we go into listening to other opportunities and already talk ourselves out of it before we even find out the information. So I just ask that you open up your minds, just listen to the information, and if it's not for you, it might be for somebody you know. So again, thank you again for being open to the opportunity. And my name is Susan Brodbeck. I've actually been doing this business now for 8 years. And I'm super excited to be able to share this opportunity with you. So whether you are a stay-at-home mom, whether you are a college student, whether you are working full-time, maybe you're the spouse of somebody who could use this income, maybe you are just looking for just some extra side income for vacations, for savings, for retirement. What I love is that this can be for anyone and everyone, whether you are 18 or you are in your 60s and 70s. What I love is you do not need experience to do a business like this. You do not need to know fashion. You don't need to know jewelry. That is all hands-on. You learn while you earn, which is awesome. And that's why a lot of us can do this. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you. If you're looking at me and saying, oh, I could never have her personality, I could never do a video, well, guess what? Neither could I. You learn as you earn, and that's exactly how this works. It is all hands-on, and you make it to what you want it to be. So what I'm going to go through and do is actually answer 3 of the most asked questions when it comes to this opportunity. So when it comes to Premier Designs, everyone wants to know, number 1, how do you make money? That's huge, right? You always want to know. Number 2, how do you keep this business going, right? And then number 3 is, once you already know the first 2 questions, how do you even get started in something like this? So I'm going to go through those 3 questions. I'm going to give you those answers, and then I'm going to give you a little bit more information at the end. So step 1, here it is. If you are figuring out how in the world do you make money in this business, it is this easy. Are you ready for it? You make 50% from day 1. That's it. No matter what, whether the piece is $12 and you make $6, or it's $100 and you make $50, or you're at an event and you go through and you have 10 ladies place orders and your event is now $1,000, you make $500. Ladies, it is that easy. You make 50%. And guess when you get paid? The same day. That is huge. No waiting for commission checks or paychecks or anyone to mess up your check. It is yours, and you get to decide how much you want to work, which is what I love. Because in Premier, we have no quotas. So you could work once a day, you could work once a week, or you can work, 10 times a month. That's up to you. But what I love is there's no quotas. That's up to you of how much you want to bring home to your family. Okay? So 50% from day 1 does not matter on how much sales you do, or if you have a team or not have a team, you always make 50%. And that's for everyone. No experience required. That's huge. So the other thing is the other way. We have 2 sides of the business. The first is sales. You can go through, sell as much as you want. You can have your shopping events. You can do vendor events. You can do fundraisers. You can do bridal showers. You can go through and do any type of event that you want. Style sessions, wardrobe workshops, professional imaging workshops. The list is unending. But here's what I love. You will always make 50%. So that is your guaranteed income. You control that. However, on the other side, say for example, you're like, well, I'm loving what I'm doing and I'm sharing it with other people. What Premier does is they pay you 10% 3 levels deep. So for everyone that joins your team, you're going to make a 10% commission from. Now here's what's awesome. They keep their 50%. The 10% you receive is actually from Premier. So it's what they send into Premier, you're going to make 10%, and it goes 3 levels deep. So not only would you make it on your first levels, you would also make it on your second levels and your third levels, which is what I love, because it's not based on how many people are in your team. You make 10% starting on the very first person. That is huge. So that's just a second revenue of income. That's how you make money in this business. So question number 2, How do you keep this business going? Well, that is an amazing question. And you know what? It's extremely important, okay? Because here's the thing. Our hostess benefits, what we give our hostesses, what we give our style partners, it is unheard of. We give 30% away in free jewelry when their show or their event hits just $200. So no matter what their show total is, $200, $1,000, $2,000, we will give them 30% in free. So say, for example, they have a $500 show. That's $150 in free jewelry. Isn't that amazing? And then on top of that, we give them between 4 to 8 items at half price. And when they get half price, that even gets them more free stuff. It is amazing, okay? That is huge because honestly, a lot of companies, you only get 10%, or maybe you only get a half priced item, or maybe you can only pick from certain things. Our hostesses love the fact that they are able to pick from the entire catalog, whatever they want, and it's unlimited for the free and half price, which is what I love. So just for them getting together with their girlfriends, they get rewarded in free jewelry. The other thing what's really nice is when we do our style sessions, we get to teach. We teach women how to style their wardrobe, how to love their wardrobes, and we really just go through and teach them how to be confident and how to create their visual resume, which is what I love because it's not just about the jewelry. It's about how to look put together, and I love being able to do that for people. Okay? So that's the second thing. Here's the other thing. Who doesn't want free? Who doesn't want to get together with their girlfriends? Whether or not you know this, but women love to shop with other women. They love to be able to bounce off ideas, get their opinions, and just have fun. We don't want to be just stuck to our houses, but what I also love is that our business can keep going because we also have an online store. So people can go on at any time and purchase from us. It does not mean that they always have to be local or you always have to meet up with them. You can meet with them wherever they are, even around the whole U.S. People can go on and place orders for you, which is huge, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 question that everybody asks is, well, how the heck do I get started? I'm super interested. Well, that's a great question. So first of all, you're going to have to pick between 3 different options. So the first option to get started, it is like an Amazon Prime member or a BJ's Club. So if you love to get discounts and you want to just go through and have a membership for an entire year, this is a great option for you. This is called our Simple Sparkle package, which is $395, but we're going to give you $300 worth of jewelry. So you pick whatever you want of that $300. In addition, we're going to give you catalogs and order forms and supplies that you need, $50 worth, and then 3 months of your website subscription. So that's $395. And what I love is you get a 50% discount all year round, which is amazing, right? So that is a great way. That's a great membership. That's our Premier membership. Now, the second option is say you want to do this as a part-time income. Well, that's awesome. That's exactly how most people start. So we have a next package, which is just $200 more. It's $595, but here's the awesome part. You're going to get $1,000 in free jewelry. You're going to get those $50 in business essentials. And then on top of that, you're going to get that 3-month website subscription. Right? Nothing to lose and everything to gain. Here's the secret. If you would get that $595 and just sell all the jewelry that you receive from Premier, you would sell that for $1,000. You actually profit on Premier even if you decide not to continue. This is where I talk about how about you just date Premier. Don't worry about marrying or doing a long-term commitment. Date Premier and see if it's for you and your family. If it is, you continue. If it's not, you've made your money back. But now we also have the third option, which is our Luxe launch. It is great for anyone looking to do this 100% full-time. Maybe you don't even know you want to do it full-time, but you'd like to make the full-time income. So that is $200 more. It's $795. You go through, you get $1,500 in jewelry, you get $75 in business essentials, you get $100 display set, you get 6 months of your website subscription. So much stuff that you get in this package, and it costs $795, and you get $1,500 in free jewelry. Again, sell off all your items, and you are still debt free within your first couple shows, which could be a couple weeks or even a couple days in your business, which is huge, right? So those are our 3 packages. You pick whichever one you prefer, whether you want to just have a membership in Premier and have a 50% discount and sell to friends and family, whether you want to do this part-time or you want to do this full-time. That's up to you. But here's one more benefit that we offer you. We're going to do your very first show for you. So your launch show, what I love about that is you're going to just set a date. And for your launch show, we come and do that show for you. We do the entire thing, but you're going to get all the profits. You're going to have all the money from that show. You're going to get all the shows that are booked that night, and you're going to get all the free jewelry. So what do you have to lose? Just a $500 show, you would make $250. You'd get $150 in free jewelry. You would get all the bookings. Now, what if you're an overachiever and you'd hit $1,000 show? Well, here's the deal. You would make $500 that night. You would leave with $300 in free jewelry. And on top of that, you would get all the shows booked. What do you have to lose? You know what? Most of us just want to change our circumstance, but it's not going to change if you don't change your circumstance, right? Sometimes we got to just take a leap of faith and, let the results up to the business, because you know what? You all can do this. So here's some of the big questions that people always ask me. Well, I could never do sales. Oh my gosh, you know what? I am bad at sales too. I am not a good salesperson. Don't ask me what this piece is made out of, or sometimes not even the name of it, because I'm not going to remember. But what I can do is I can teach you how to look confident. I can teach you how to teach other people how to look confident, how to build their visual resume, and how to look better, and teach how to wear our jewelry. That's what you get to learn. And again, you're probably thinking, okay, but there's no way that I can go through and teach because I have no fashion. I don't even like jewelry. You know what? When I started 8 years ago, I didn't like jewelry. I didn't wear jewelry. I was a t-shirt and jeans type of gal. I was actually in college at that time. I was 19 when I got started. Okay. And I'm being serious. I was 19 when I got started. But the thing is what I realized is all I did was teach. I teach women how to wear jewelry and look confident and accessorize. I don't sell anything. The catalog sells itself. The jewelry sells itself. I'm just there to teach. Okay, so that's huge. Another question people always ask me is, oh, well, I'm just too crazy busy. Well, you know what? Crazy busy people get things done. Now think about it. Last time you went through and you had an entire day to yourself, you were probably thinking, oh great, I'm going to do the laundry and I'm going to get the dishes done and I'm going to clean the floors and you're going to do all this stuff at home. And then here's what happens. An hour before the kids get home, that's when you're actually working on all that stuff, right? Because you're pressed for time. When we are busier, we actually get more things done. So here's the thing. What I love to ask people is, if you had a boss today that would call you up and say, hey, you know what? I just need you to work 4 hours a week to make an extra $50 an hour. Would you do it? Because here's the deal. That's how Premier works. On average, our shows are anywhere between $400 to $500 to $600, and you make 50% every time. So whether you do a style session, a professional imaging workshops, a birthday bash, a fundraiser, whatever it is, you're going to go through and make 50%. On average, that could be between $150, $200, $300. That's up to you and how much you work your business. But what I love is that everybody can go through and make that extra $200 a week if you decide to do this. But here's the deal. You don't ever have to do any of that. You could literally just get a 50% discount and be happy in this business, because you can start with $395, get $300 in jewelry, and literally rep the line. Wear your jewelry, and when people compliment, you can, have them look at the catalog and they can purchase pieces for themselves. But it is really that easy. So here's another question people ask me. Well, what about taxes? Oh my gosh, why not? This is amazing. When you are a self-employed person, you get to go through and have so many tax write-offs between your mileage, between meeting at a coffee shop with people to give them the catalogs, with me as your trainer, with anybody and everybody. Everything becomes a tax write-off. When you go through and you give out prizes, when you go through and you buy jewelry for yourself, it's now a tax write-off because you can display it and use it as your selling pieces as well. So here's what I love. taxes, that is an excellent reason to join this company because you get so many write-offs that a regular job you wouldn't get any. And I would love to share with you more on that as well. So another question people ask, well, how far do I have to travel? This is your business. You get to decide whether you want to be only 5 minutes from your house, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 2 hours. That is up to you. This business is yours. It is for you. But what I love is you do this business for yourself and, with yourself, but you don't ever have to be by yourself, which is huge because you have 3 levels of support who are here to show you the way, and we will train you and walk with you. So here's your next question that I have for you this time. What is holding you back? What are you willing to do if you know that you can make that extra $200 a month, $400 a month, $1,000 a month, or even more? Thing is when I started 8 years ago, I really started this business just to make an extra part-time $200, $500 a month. That was it. However, a year into this business, my husband lost his full-time income and we were down about $3,000 a month, and I needed Premier to make up for that because I knew no other job would be able to pay us that right before the holidays. And you know what? Premier did it. Because it is up to you. There's no CEO or boss that says you can't take off, that you can't, work from home, that, when sickness happens or you want to go on vacation that you're not able to. You are your only boss. But you have a fabulous team with you that is going to walk you through this as well. So that is huge. So just to give you a little background on myself right now, I have 2 kiddos. Like I said, I started when I was 19, so I didn't have kids. I was in college full-time, and I was working part-time in addition to Premier. But when I went through and I got here in the past 4.5 years, I had my first son, so he's now 4.5. I have our second son, which is 7 months old, and the thing is I can't go back to working full-time because I don't want to pay somebody else to watch my kids. Instead, I want to make sure that I am raising them. I want to make sure that they know what a working from home mom looks like, and that I was able to spend those years with them while they were little. But some of us don't have that option. We still have to work full time, and that is okay. Premier fits your life where you need it and where you want it. So I give you this not because, I think everybody could do this, but if you have a need and you really want to make a change in your family's income and dynamic, this is the time to do it. And I just ask that you ask yourself that question of, what is it worth to you to make that extra $200, $400, or $1,000 a month? Is it worth sitting down and meeting more and getting more information by meeting me? That is up to you. But what I can tell you is if I was never offered that opportunity and I never sat down and listened, I don't know where my family would be, especially with 2 kids and being able to be home with them full time. So thank you again for being on here. I hope you are having a fabulous week. If you would like some more information, please contact me directly. It is Susan Brodbeck, 717-817-5646, or you can actually go right onto my website at www.stylewithsusan.today and click Be Your Own Boss. Again, the best thing in life is what you can control, and Premier is one thing that you can control. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I'll look forward to hearing from you soon.